Greetings and welcome to the energy of Pisces. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. Neptune is in retrograde. Lots of planets are in retrograde, at least currently. As we move into September, they will alleviate. And it's not the easiest of times, I would say, when it comes to forward movement. Retrograde, it allows for a number of things. Actually, retrograde season tests the temper of what has occurred in the Lion's Gate. And for Pisces, it's 1, 2, 3, For Pisces, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about some sort of block. Block when it comes to work, when things are working out, block towards ritual, towards like your normal sort of like doing things, and that doesn't allow for a lot of things, especially when it activates the Dharmic triangle, at least for the Lion's Gate. That happened last month. But anyways, we're going to focus on this month. That block should be alleviated as Mercury goes direct, especially. And we'll go ahead and look into firstly karma with the 1970s deck, and then we'll move into the quantum triangle. And the quantum triangle, I'll tell you all about it as soon as we get into it. So firstly, I'll be using the 1970s bicycle deck to do a bit of karma for you. This is for the month of September for the energy of Pisces. The 12th house is open. Okay, so for this month, it's a negotiation of legacy. What Pisces is looking for is actually a sense of order and empowerment that comes through that order. The order is hidden, but it's watching over you, okay? This is the celestial order. This has to do with any sort of hidden job opportunities, if you're out for them, any sort of collaborative efforts. The collaborative efforts are not here. You are called to reflect on what you've worked on, what you've inherited, especially when it comes to family legacy or like a sort of poetry or a narrative, a grand narrative of where your bloodline is and how you root to that, okay? There's a looking to the root of it all. And as you look down, so you also look up. The thing is that nothing is calling you to look up right now. There's this whole gravity that's pulling you down, asking you to stabilize in this month. Okay, it moves to the 9, which is a very auspicious thing. You have to you have to wait for Mercury to go direct and allow you to achieve the infinitum. This is the 2 of Pentacles that's showing up here secretly. There also is the Page of Pentacles. And what is this all leading to? The Page of... Okay, so there's a process right now that is extremely isolated, and it allows you to look down in order to go and find the source beneath the ground. Okay, it allows you to find the foundation beneath the ground, the foundation beneath the foundation. This is a very auspicious time to note that you are still a part of the structures and the systems that create the world and to create that create harmony. But right now you are asked to look at what's missing, and the thing is that the roots are very much operational. But at the same time, if you look at a gigantic oak tree, the roots are as deep. If you were to be able to see the roots of an oak tree, the roots are as deep, if not deeper, than the branches in the heavens. So that's just something that you should think about right now. Look up the tree of Yggdrasil if you want, the one that sort of rooted in the middle plane and got to the celestial plane, to the heavens, that held the sky up. Okay, look to that tree would be very important. And there's this whole like looking back process in the month of September, at the end of the month especially, to note that your ground has been defined, or it has been moved. There's a sort of sliding of this foundation that allows you to walk on it extendedly, let's say, and then look back on where you've been. It's a very esoteric reading, but probably the most poetic that I've seen in terms of karma. You're going to find that this period is very encapsulating. It's like a time capsule, and it's a period of growth and questioning the foundation. Now, let's move into the quantum triangle. The quantum triangle is a tool devised by the Order of the Twin Sun to see two triangles, and that's a 6-card spread. The overlap of these two will allow for a type of ascension for Pisces in particular. So we're going to look into that now. Let's see here, what was important? What was important? The root. 7, okay, 7. Okay. Okay, so it's interesting here. Okay. There is a type of intervention, I would say, in this month that allows you to once again locate the foundation. At the same time, your thoughts and your ideals are carrying you away. And there's something about the element of air that is very important for you right now. Now, the element of air allows you to explore the Akash. It allows you to explore the mental capacities, idealizations of the mind. It allows you to explore the network of the mind, okay? And the way it's working right now is that air is usually above ground, okay? It's above sea level as well, at least in the terrestrial plane. And then it cuts off before the atmosphere, before the ionosphere. But it's elevated. There's something about the way Pisces ascends right now in terms of the quantum triangle that allows for judgment and clarity to be provided by the heavens. But this is through projection. They project essentially a message down to you. You are able to receive it if you are initiated, if you are initiated into hearing it. The thing is that it's going to animate you, this message. There's a message coming from the heavens, from the order that you've been seeking out, that allows for this message to come through, okay? What this message is going to be sort of your own personal thing. You have to figure that out for yourself. You have to be open for your meditations, but also your reveries, how you ruminate or how you get lost in the mental stratosphere will allow you to learn something, to glean something, to pull something from the ether. And that's your mode of ascension. In the past, there is the 10 of rods, the 9 and the ace. Okay, interesting. Something about the burden that you have been carrying since the Lion's Gate has been a bit too much, and you've had to temper that with the element of air. And it's best that you move towards a Vata constitution. Okay, Vata diet, light diet, a pranic way of doing things. Okay. There also is something here about the experiences that you've had that you pulled from in order to gain power to detach somehow. In the future, there is a possibility of further air, or the element of air, further taking you off. The 8 of Swords, okay, plus the Justice card, which also has an Ace of Swords in it. So what I'm seeing here is a way to break out of a way of thinking a way to break out of a pattern, okay, of thinking. And this gives you power. This gives you power. What it leads you to is essentially the Seven of Swords, which allows you to retrace your steps to see where you've been thinking, what you've been doing, how you've been empowered to go through this process of the transmutation between fire and air, and achieve essentially a way of messages. And usually, well, what happens here in the future is that you're able to balance out karmas, okay, by sacrificing one voice for another, by taking one truth and replacing it, or taking the truth of your mind and breaking free from it by creating a balance between, it would be 7. So it would be 3 versus 4 of swords, 3 versus 4 of swords. Now, when the 3 and the 4 of swords shows up in a scale or in a balance by justice, then there's a possibility of weighing up a peace of mind versus a difficulty, something that weighs down the mind with the 3 of swords. So peace of mind versus not peace of mind, which is basically it. And you're weighing those out karmically to figure out essentially how to produce the sword of truth, how to find the real truth. Okay, so on this quest for truth, you are going to be heralded by the heavens. It's going to allow you to execute some form of karma. That's basically what this reading is saying. Now, there is a return to a situation that has bound you. You are able to go to this situation, and it's like you've split the waters after or before Sinai. After Egypt, you've split the waters, and you were able to pull from those waters somehow. You were able to sustain from the splitting of the water. In terms of Moses in Genesis, they were banned, they were exiled from Egypt, or they migrated from Egypt. And there's something about that miracle that is pretty inflammatory, at least for this reading. I mean, it's a miracle, but also it's kind of like something that could sustain you in terms of the division of water, the redistribution of water, putting water splitting water, or like putting water where it needs to be, to satiate someone, or to create a path. Okay, that's the best I can do. I do wish you well. Thank you. Bye bye.